Good afternoon, or whatever time of day you're watching this. Today we've got another exciting video, and I know everyone's been waiting for this one. And production quality's gone up because we are going to make another 4G antenna. This one's still using the disc system, and this time I'm actually going to build it for the correct megahertz. So the difference from my last, what have I made? 3 now? 3 attempts. This one is using for 1800 megahertz, so that we're actually going to be working in the right frequency range for my internet. The only difference is between this one and the others is the disc sizes are slightly different. 109, 81, 59, and then all the directors, whatever they're called, I think they're called directors, are 42mm. And the distances between the discs has also changed. But as I'm getting fed up of plugging these aerials in and out of my router constantly, I'm going for another system. So I've been on eBay, and today I've got some BNC or SMAs, 2 BNCs. That way I can screw these into the back of the router and quickly connect and disconnect the antenna using a BNC cable. So I've got 4 of them. I got 4 because I'm probably going to make one for the work router as well at some point. And until I'm not parked on a level ground, stay there. Right. We've got some of these panel mount BNCs. So you get a little tag with it. The BNC connects on, threaded, and then it's got a little portion that sticks out, which is in a conductor. And obviously you get a little back nut to go on there as well. So the other thing we've got to do, so obviously we need some cables. So I've got 2 of these. These are 5 meter, 10 meter. I thought I ordered 5. Okay, these are 10 meter cables. Maybe that might work for our benefit, I don't know. Yeah, it's just a better cable, I think. We're going to try and go for it. It's an RG58 cable, so whether that's going to work better for us or not, I don't know. Fine then, we're not having any prices because I have no phone signal. Brilliant. Also gone through and cut all the discs already. They're a bit scraggy. Some silly reason I chose aluminium. Not sure I'm really too happy with the outcome. It was ridiculously hard to cut. Well, it's not hard to cut, it just doesn't cut like steel. So yeah, I've got our however many of those collectors again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 collector discs, directors. This disc I've left in copper because I'm going to need to solder to this. This one, the thing's just going to go through like that essentially. So right, I'm going to have to clean some of these up because if you can see the edges are really all rolled over. I did these on the lathe in the end to get the right size. Some of them I did. Right, quick clean up job. Right, so I'm going to have to clean these up with the grinder. Just going to cover everything in aluminium dust. And the other main problem of using aluminium and copper, the heat transfer through this is ridiculous. So just taking that edge off, this thing's got hot to the touch already. Another reason I didn't really like using aluminium for this, but I'm going to spend some time with the grinder and we're going to get it all out. Whoa, I tell you what, that was really good fun. It was not. Same process as before. Wind the nut on. We'll leave a bit of room there because no way ends up that long. It gives me somewhere to mount it. First disc. Probably won't fit through the hole. Barely. Oh, I reckon 8.5. Perfect. How bitey do you think it's going to be? Oh, well, it didn't go too bad. Better? Oh yes, now we're in business. So, get that one tightened on. I just realised we'll do this whole nut running down the shaft thing again, haven't we? All the way. Right, so the first dimension is 11mm on my piece of paper. And it's also going to be this insulated disc again. Found them. 11mm. I set him there. These are brilliant. And look, the batteries never run out on them. I can't understand people's obsession with digital calipers. Yeah, they give you the exact measurement very quickly, but does it really take that long to read the vernier scale? No, it doesn't. Right, have I got the distance I need? Yes, that's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. So we did the same thing we did last time. We used a piece of hose. I've still got some hose, and it was to fit it inside the plastic washer. Yes, let me assemble everything I need. The annoying thing about these projects is the amount of time and energy I've wasted building these things. I probably could have bought a proper one, but where's the fun in that? That's no longer going to fit in my washer, so we need to drill out the plastic washer, or I've decided instead drilling it's not going to work because you can't hold on to it. So we're going to use the die grinder. Right, I'll do that quickly. It's now bigger. So it should be a slide. I'll put a tube all the way down. I've had to cut the tube to get it to fit. And get our first washer, disc. Should get this the right way so the holes line up, because I'm not very good. Yeah, that should do us. I need to open these ones up as well. One moment. Worried anyway. Alright, so these should fit through, which they do. And they're almost like perfect length. But when the disc sits on, all the way down here, it should sit pretty close to where we want it. So if you can see that, it comes right up to the centre conductor. I've got some big 10 amp diodes. That'll go in there quite nicely. So we'll go in there. We'll have don't need that much lead on a diode, so I'll just cut a bit off so I can make 2 pins, something like that. Go. Those back in the bag, and we'll go back to doing what we were just. I've decided I'm going to pre-solder these little tabs in, the little tabs, pins in, and then we solder them to the main disc after. I think. Yeah, that's probably how we're going to do it. So I'm going to stick those in. Get some decent solder. If you want to solder, get some decent stuff. This is Loctite. Loctite 362. 36260EN. This is 0.7. Good flux core solder. If you could struggle at soldering, get some decent solder, and your life will get a lot easier very quickly. Good solder makes stuff actually work. Actually get the flow you want. Are you going to be able to see? Right, so just want to solder these in. Yeah. That one's on. T'other one. I'll just spin it around or I'll move the camera. Come through. Takes it a while because it's quite a large mass. Yeah, beautiful. Right. Been through the scrounging tray. That should do nicely. So 11mm, the next distance has got to be a lot less. So, see how we get on. Let me spend at least 10 minutes winding this nut down. Back to this stage again. But this time, I don't want to melt the washers so much. So we need to make a very careful connection. So That one's on. That one's on. As easy as that. I think. Yes, I didn't melt everything too much this time. I mean, it's not perfect, but they're definitely connected and not touching anything underneath, and we're not completely melted the discs. Slight amount of melting on the plastic washer, but yeah, we're good to keep going. Right, I need to put the next disc on and all the other 7. So go back to the other bench. Our next dimension is 9mm. So that one needs to get a bit closer. That's going to be this disc. 9. That's basically exactly what we've already got. So let me guess. That one I want to go down. Oh no, we're away. There's the next one. And everything from here onwards is basically exactly the same as we've done before, but with better cables hopefully. I shall assemble the rest. So this 9mm one, and then we jump up to a distance of 35mm right, for all the falling discs. We're on to 35mm, which is there. So the next one's going to be about that far away. As I said, I'm not going to make you watch the whole lot of it, so I'm going to start spinning nuts on and putting on my directors. And then we see how we get on in a minute. The test. I might actually be going to try a different type of antenna altogether next, using some like PVC tube, a proper Yagi antenna, not this odd thingamabob that I've been making here. There we go. They're really, really good connections. Well, there it is. Right, I've got to clean up all this junk, and we'll go inside and point this thing about and see if I've wasted a lot of time. Right, first things first, there's the current location of the antenna. You can just see it up there, sitting on the guttering. This is the previous one. And we need to do the old speed test. Here we go. This is using the current antenna. So what we get, it's not brilliant today, running at 70, 79, 80, yeah. So it's not running as well as it does some days. The upload's going quite nicely though. We're getting up to 20 something every now and again. Right, so there's our base mark. There we go. Now we just need to get it down from up there and get it plugged in. Here's the old antenna that I just took down. As you can see, this one fell off the roof, and I got some bent discs here and there, but it was still good for 20 megabits. So you can see the corrosion starting to happen between the bright zinc plate and the copper. But where the differences are, I'm going to grab the other one we've just made here. So the distance between the discs is obviously slightly larger. The actual backing disc and all the other discs are larger, bar this one. I know they're all larger discs, so there's a bit of a difference. So I'll get this rigged up, we'll try it. Right, so the new antenna is up. Let's go for another speed test. So yeah, we're getting up to 90 now. 100, 108. Yeah, we're doing slightly better. Question is the upload going to be any better? Oh, the upload's not as good. We're getting a bit more speed. We'll let it finish. But the benefit we've got now is that the 10-metre cable, I don't know if it's hindered or helped us or what it's done, but what we can now do is get it moved somewhere else, because if we get it higher we might get a better signal. So I've got some ideas and we're going to try and get it up a bit higher. What do you think? Do you think if we connect it onto that antenna post facing this way it'll work better? I don't know. Oh, the solar panel's on the roof now. Not properly, they're sat there. Right, I've had my foot up on the roof. Just about make her out there, pointing this way. Wires are all running down. So I wasn't able to do this before because I didn't have long enough cables. So now we've got all 5 bars lit up on the router. So let me just find my phone. We're doing another speed test. Right, here we go. See what we get. Is it going to be any better or will it be worse? It's worse. Yet somehow we have better signal. Work that one out. I wonder if maybe the server's a bit busy. You'd think being slightly higher and facing roughly the right way, that it should be better. Go for another one. Different server. No, we genuinely have worse connection now, despite the fact that the router is claiming to have full signal now. Work that one out. How can you have better signal but a slower speed? Is there more noise in the signal now? So we've got a bit more to do, I think. Confused yet? Because I am. Right, maybe I need to angle the antenna slightly different, but it should be good enough. See if that, or we give it an hour or two, see if it suddenly improves for some reason. Worth a try. Right, see you again in a bit. So this is another day. I think it might be a couple of days later. Took the antenna back down off the roof and I decided to stick it on this the camera tripod with another pole attached to see if I can isolate where the best signal is going to be coming from, because with this setup I've got the ability to quite easily change the direction of the antenna and possibly the angle ever so slightly to see if I can connect to the transmitter, which is somewhere just over in that direction, in theory. So this gives me a lot more ability to have a play with it, because we had it up on the roof over there where that antenna is mounted, which you can just see, and it wasn't ideal. Mind you, this isn't ideal either, but at least we'll be able to see if we can get that, the upload speed improvement and the download speed improvement. So we've got to do some playing, do a bit of speed testing. We may as well do one right now, just to see what we're at the moment with it, where it is. I haven't done it since I've been on the pole. I haven't tried it yet. Ooh. We're not going to win any speed test fights with that one, are we? That's the download, by the way. Right, we don't need to see any more of that. Actually, no, we'll wait. We'll just see what the upload's doing. 2-3 megabit. Right, so I've got to play the angle a bit, wherever she is up there, see if I can improve it. Right, so now today's issue is we've gone down to 3G. So I'm beginning to think that putting the antenna up higher is actually not helping us. It works better when it's lower, which which is very strange. So we're going to try lowering it down and go for some more tests. What I can't understand, this is our download speed. Why do all these antennas work better when they're lower down? None of them seem to be that interested in being up high. So obviously that's not far off the ground now. It's, what, a couple of metres. If I put that right up in the air, the signal goes away. It's useless. So, I don't know. I'm scratching my head here now, because I can't seem to get this to work any better. And the lower I put it, the better it works. Right, a few more tests. And then we might go back to the old antenna, because this one doesn't ever seem to have been able to perform as well as that one. Right, so as you can see, I've been messing about this for a while, and I can't seem to get this antenna to perform anything like the this older one. The previous one with all the bent directors. But luckily, I found in my stash of junk, I actually have got a proper antenna. I didn't know I had this. Well, I knew I had it, but I didn't know I had the actual like adapters to be able to connect it all up. Well, beforehand I didn't, now I do, because I bought those SMA to BNCs. This is a directional antenna for 1710 to 2170 megahertz, 13 dBi gain. The only trouble is I've only got one of these. As far as I remember, you've got to connect the both wires. So maybe if I use one of the wire connected to this, I'm going to take the tin foil off. That turned out to be a complete waste of time. That has not helped, that made it worse. And I've used one wire off that. One wire off, I suppose this would be classed as a Yagi, would it? Probably. Yeah, what's that? So you've got a reflector, dipole, I can't remember what they call it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 collectors, directors. Enough messing about, let's try it, see what happens. Right, so now we're bringing our dual antenna system. We're on 4G, full signal. It's not 4G plus. So, oh no, there you go, we've just gone to 4G plus. You can see that. So, this is with our dual antenna setup. So we've got one wire going to our disc antenna, one going to the Yagi. The disc antenna is polarised in upright, the Yagi is that way. So we're getting both directions. Apparently that's what you're supposed to do. Whether I've done it right, I don't know. But we have dropped back down to just 4G and lost some signal. That's probably because I'm stood in the way of it. Right, let's try again. Okay, so we're back up to some good transfer speed. I'm back up to 100, so we're closing in back to where we want to be. Are we going to have any upload speed? Which is the one we want. Yeah, there we go. So we're not up to like the 20s where we were before, but we're not far off. And I reckon a change in the weather might just about solve us. So seeing that massive difference now, I'm switching from my homebrew antennas, which have never quite worked properly. Do I nip on and get another one of these cheap antennas, or is that one doing all the work? It's hard to say really, isn't it? I'm starting to get a bit confused about results and how we're doing. Maybe I should try re-angling these. Maybe that one will work better with a bit more height. I don't know, do we end up back in the same problem we were just in? That's one way to try. Stick it on our pole configuration. Alright, so here's where we're at now. I've got the one antenna and the gutter, one up there. I've mounted that one so it's a different orientation to that one, which is pointing vertical now. And would you believe it's terrible again? It's not working very well. So I'm beginning to think height is not helping me here at all. Let me just try him again. So we're getting our download speed quite good. What we really need is a way to know whether there's a signal tester, so I know when I'm pointing the right way. As you see, the upload is tanked. So that's coming back down off there. Probably going to order another one of those, and we're going to try using 2 of them and see if they can beat these disc antennas. So I'll put it all back down up on here so we can try it again, and then we call it a day. And I don't think we're getting anywhere. Right, change setup again. Now we're using twin disc antennas, new and the old, 2 separate cables being run in. What are we getting now? Been going alright for download. It's not as fast as it could be. What's the upload gonna do? The upload's right up there again, back to 20 megabits, 2021. Okay, well I can live with that at the moment. If that's going to work for us, we're going to go for twin disc antennas and just go from there. So, I'm totally confused as to what's working, what isn't now. I imagine that would be quite a good antenna. I don't know, it might be too cheap and nasty, but it certainly seems a bit better built than what I've made. Right, well, we're going to call that for now, I think. Right, so this is the end result I'm going for. 75 on the download. Please get up there, that's it. We're getting up to the 16s or so. Good enough for now. Wonder if I get some proper made antennas and see if I can get them to actually perform anywhere near as good as that. Because we are a blimmin' long way away from the transmitter. It is over there, over those trees, and the trees in the even further background. So probably going a good 2 miles. So yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. Twin disc antennas. Right, till the next video on antennas. Bye.